This is Richard, guys. He's a very nice guy, and my name is Michael, and we're trying here to help the homeless in St. John. Could you tell us how's the situation in St. John for the homeless, first of all?
Well, it's pretty bad actually. There's since I came out about 8 years ago, it's probably tripled, maybe quadrupled in the amount of people.
Triple.
Yeah, easy. There was only maybe 20 of us out when I came out. Now there's almost 300 in the summertime.
Whoa.
It's 300.
Yeah, that's the numbers I got from like Fresh Start and stuff, the government agencies that are keeping track. I will say mostly 100% of everyone out here is some sort of drug issue. Most of us have mental issues, mental illness, and we get taken off our medications, or medications switched on us and they don't work, and we come to the streets looking for the drugs, and that's how a lot of us end up here. Alcohol, actually, there's a guy right over there, he's here from alcohol. There's a lot of alcoholism in it. Yeah, it's a drug that settles people.
Warm.
It cures everything. And that's the problem is the drugs that we're all looking for are pretty bad drugs. They're hard drugs. Most of them are are prescription drugs that are prescribed at some time and then taken from us. And then once they're taken from us, and we become addicted to them. We'll go anywhere we have to find them, and this is where we've ended up. So really the biggest problem is mental illness, I would say. Mental illness and public image. Because there's a lot of us who could get up and go to work, but employers don't want a druggie working for them. Well, I mean, I've had jobs where my employers didn't care, and no, not a problem. You show up 10 minutes late and you're up late or something, they overlook it. But there's a lot of employers that just don't like the image of a drug addict working for them. So public image and mental illness are the two biggest concerns as to why people end up over here on the streets.
I don't think the shelters are very much of a help to the people here.
The shelters are really actually part of the problem, because once you get into them, the routine of them pretty much keeps you in them. You gotta be, yeah, it's like a trap. So the shelters, I mean, they're good for short term, but anyone who's been there long term is not going to leave. The shelter up here, uptown, I know people who've been there, 6-7 years. That's not, all they're doing is giving them a free place to live. That's good on a cold winter night, but it's not the solution. What they're missing, I can't say. I don't know how to fix it. Because like I say, the biggest problem, number one issue is mental illness. And nowhere do I know that looks after mental illness. No province in Canada is doing very good at it.
Yeah.
British Columbia would probably be about the best.
Yeah.
They have probably, but they have some of the highest rates of homelessness too. Yeah. The safe supply is actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
Like I say, if I didn't have to get up every day and beat the streets looking for the drugs, I'd probably be looking for a job.
Okay.
But instead of looking for a job, I gotta go and see if I can find my drugs, because if I don't have them, I get sick. I actually have these drugs, what they call drug sickness right now. It consists of everything from vomiting and diarrhea, blurred vision, headaches. Like right now, everything I see is blurry.
Oh shit.
My temples are just thrashing. I get this at least twice a week, and I spend my time looking for drugs so that I don't feel this. Everyone out here does.
Yeah.
So the safe supply is really a good idea. And on top of that, I know a few people who smoke crystal meth, and they've ended up with fentanyl in their mix.
Yeah.
And they end up overdosing and going to the hospital. Some of them die. So safe supply also keeps stuff pure, so that you're not taking a drug that you don't want.
What kind of drugs do they get?
I have no idea. I haven't seen, like here they don't.
Yeah.
Here the only thing you can get is methadone.
Okay.
And methadone is for opiate use, and they prescribe it in jails and stuff for people on other drugs.
Okay.
But not because it helps with the other drugs, it just knocks them out. methadone is a very harsh opiate, so if you're not used to opiates and you take it, you go to sleep.
Yeah.
And that's why the jails use it.
Okay.
Right? It's just keep if the inmate's sleeping, the inmate ain't kind of your problem.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's something that the government's the prisons are using anyway. The jails are using it to control the inmates.
Yeah.
Which then sends them out on the streets with an opiate addiction that they didn't have when they went in, leaving them back on the streets looking for another drug that they now want. I've lost a couple friends to that too. The first 4 years of I think the first 2 years after the COVID started, we had a little memorial up here for people who passed away. In 2 years, there was something like 49 people who had died from drug overdose.
St. John?
Right here in St. John. And there's still some people that are missing that we don't know whether they're... I know I'm lucky, I have a good family. They wouldn't even put restrictions on me to quit drugs or anything. They would help me if I asked. I can't bring this to them. It's an illness. Drug addiction itself is an illness. Any addiction is.
Yeah.
And I just wouldn't take it to my family. So
Do you have kids?
I have no children.
Okay.
Thank God.
Maybe a little bit harder.
Yeah. No, I just have my brothers and sisters. And, you know, any one of them would help me if I asked them. But I can't bring this to them. So there's a lot of us out here that feel the same way. You can't expect people to deal with this because there's a lot of badness that comes with it.
Do you think people will judge you if they know?
Oh, well, people judge me all the time because
We're not.
I know you guys aren't.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
are pretty cool. And St. John's actually not a bad spot. You know, most of the people here are pretty giving, pretty laid back. Yeah, this is not actually a bad spot, actually.
You guys got a good setup down there, and
Yeah, I got a little cabin built here, and
did you build that yourself?
I built that myself, and I built one across the road for a woman over there. She got bad mental illness.
My guy loves building cabins.
Does he?
Yeah, he
Right on.
always sending me videos of how to build these cabins and stuff
Oh,
like
right
that.
on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I built these two, and there was one over there across the way there that got burnt down. I built that too for another fella, and I'm in the process of getting stuff ready to build one for another woman here.
Okay.
And like I say, both of the women have bad mental illness.
Bad mental illness, guys. People need help with mental illness a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that to us, and it seems like the major problem out here.
It is the number one issue out here, and it's probably the number one thing that brings people out here.
Yeah.
Like I say, looking for drugs that they may have been prescribed in the past, or something that they heard is going to help them. When you're sick, you'll do whatever you have to get better.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, and maybe that's where government needs to start, is looking into its policy on mental illness and how to help them. We need more psychiatrists. We need more social workers.
more affordable, probably.
Yeah, stuff to that to affect. A surgeon is a great guy to have, but we need more social workers and people who can deal with the mind as much as the body. Yeah, that's what we need is people who can work with the mental illness. I didn't even know I had it. And then I started working with a social worker with one of our local medical aid places, and turns out I'm full of it. I just turned 50 this year.
Oh, okay. I was gonna guess that.
And I've been out here. This is probably my 8th year out.
8 years out.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's a long time, man.
Oh yeah, it is. Me and there's a guy right over there. We've been out the longest. We're the two longest guys out. He's got his issues too, mostly drug addiction. But the one over here is Jamie, and she's got some bad mental issues. I'm not 100% sure on this, but she tells me that the city of Moncton actually ran her out. Like they put her on better transportation and they kicked her out of Moncton because they didn't want to deal with it.
That's weird.
The whole province of Alberta, their issue on homelessness or their way of dealing with homelessness and mental illness is to give them a one-way bus ticket to Vancouver. Get them right out of the province. So I mean, that is a policy, a government policy here in Canada, to just take someone who's mentally ill, sit them on a bus and send them to the streets of another city.
Wow.
Vancouver has a better attitude. Vancouver says, send them here, we'll take care of it.
They do have a lot of them right there, eh?
So, like I say, Vancouver is a leading province here in Canada for that kind of thing.
Yeah, they have one street that's just full of them.
East Hastings is
That's
crazy.
Exactly the one. Yeah, Hastings. Yeah.
And it's now to give people out there a little info. It's nowhere near as dangerous as they say.
Yeah.
People make it out like you're going to get killed if you walk up East Hastings. The people up there are just people trying to get by.
They're desperate.
And that's all any of us are trying to do. I mean, it doesn't matter if you live in a $300,000 home or a shack. You're still just trying to get by. You know, you're trying to provide the best life you can provide for yourself and your family. So
that's very deep.
You know, you just got to remember that's what all of them are doing. Yeah. It doesn't matter what any of us, how we live. That's what everyone's trying to do. Yeah. It doesn't matter what country, what color, what religion. We are all here trying to survive.
That's right.
And
that's our way of surviving. You know, helping people.
That's it. Right. And you guys are doing a great job of helping. So thank you on that one.
There is a way.
And you know what? There is. I mean, as much as I say we need more programs and stuff, there are programs. Which this could be a help too, would be for them to make them more accessible, more known. Most people don't even know what programs are out there to help them. You know, there's a place uptown called Fresh Start. They help people out. I lived here on the streets for probably 3 years before I had any clue what they did. I thought they helped pregnant, like young women who got pregnant and were helping them start their lives, right?
Okay.
I had no idea that they helped the homeless or anything. I thought it was just for young.
What is it called?
Fresh Start.
Fresh Start. Yeah. Oh yeah, they have that in Ontario too.
Yeah. I had no idea what it was. So, I mean, there's programs available that people don't even know exist. Yeah. So, it would be a great idea to make. Now, the government needs to put more pamphlets or something of what's available, and we put them out in the high schools and stuff so people learn it at a young age what is available to help them. Because there is a lot of programs that people don't know exist. They don't know how to access.
I agree with that. I agree with that a lot.
Yeah, so that would be a big help.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't really think of anything else.
Yeah, no, that's been very great information, guys, and this is exactly why we're out here to hear, you know, what can we do to make this better and, you know, spread the word out there more. And Richard, we're going to be back here, and hey, anytime you want to say anything, man, we're going to be back here. You can always prepare things, new things, and, you know, you'll see us again.
Oh yeah, right on. Thank you very much.
I'll give you a couple more sandwiches there. Yeah, give them to the guys. One more. Yeah, if you want to spread them around. Or
oh yeah, no, I'll spread them around as best I can. I do that with a lot of things. We got
some extras.
oh, right on.
We
have